Hello my dear students, how are you all? I just hope you all are doing very good. So let's not waste our time and start our today's class. Class 5. Today we will continue from lesson number 1, Story of Human Evolution. And in the previous video I told you about human evolution and the Stone Age. Okay. So there are four periods in which the Stone Ages are divided: the Paleolithic Age, the Mesolithic Age, the Neolithic Age and the Chalcolithic Age. So we will discuss all about these ages today. The first one is the Paleolithic Age. Paleolithic Age means the Old Stone Age. Now in this Old Stone Age was started from 50,000 BCE to 10,000 BCE. And in this age, information about the old tool makers were gathered. Early tool makers, early tool makers was gathered, and in this age only the new techniques were employed for making tools. Okay, and it was, and among them the oldest one, the oldest tools among them was Oldo one. Okay, Oldo one is the oldest stone tools. Then, now this information was gathered about the early tool makers from the fossil remains, okay, the human fossil remains and the stone tools. Now, now in this age, the stones were chipped. Chipped means it was cut into from two sides, from two directions. It was cut to make what? Sharp edges. Sharp and blunt, sharp for making sharp edges of the tools and the blunt tools also. And this were capable of cutting and chopping and for scrapping the things. Okay. Now, gradually the techniques were improved. Gradually the techniques were also improved, and towards the end of this period only, what happened? The ornaments were made of they made the ornaments of bones, stones, and horns of animals. Okay, they started making these things. Now, according to the studies, the fire was also discovered in this age only. It is believed that the person they rubbed two stones together and the spark that came out of that, and what happened? The fire was struck, the result because of fire, because of which fire was produced. So, and after this after the discovery of fire, what happened? Fire is, it keep us safe from animals also. It keep us and it keeps us warm also, and it help us in cooking food also. Okay, and so these were all about Paleolithic age. Then comes the Mesolithic age. Now second comes the Mesolithic age. Now Mesolithic age, the other name for Mesolithic age is Middle Stone Age. Okay. Now this age started from 10,000 BCE to 8,000 BCE. In this period, where we can see the hunter gatherers. Okay. This is the time of later hunters and gatherers. Okay. Now in this period, in this age, small and sharp tools were made, like arrows and spears. They started making small and sharp tools. Now they prefer to live near water holes. Why they prefer to live near water holes? Because in the water holes there is easy availability of water, so that there is no there's the availability for the availability of the water. Then they started killing large animals. Now large animals like elephant, giraffe, no, they started killing them, deer, and they lived there, and they moved from one place to another place they moved from one place to another place. Why? Just in search of food. Okay, because now they started killing animals also for food. They used to live near water holes for water. So there means that was improved now. Their way of living was improved now. And fruits, roots, berries, okay, fruits, berries, these were also collected by the women's. Okay, women used to collect fruits, roots, berries and all these things. Now, after this, they gradually improved their way of what? Living, and they gradually understood the life cycle of plants. They understood the cycle of plants as well. Now this is the rock painting of Bhimbetka. Now see the rock painting of Bhimbetka. This also gives a clear indication of the life and the occupation of the hunters and gatherers. In that period, how was the life of the hunters and gatherers and their occupation also this picture tells us. This is the rock painting of Bhimbetka which the early men used to draw in that period. Okay. Then comes the third one, the Neolithic age. Now Neolithic age means new stone age. It was the new stone age. Now this Neolithic age begins with the introduction of agriculture, because as I told you, the Mesolithic age, now they were a little bit they were knowing about fruits, roots, berries, about the food, about water. Now, so in this age uh, their way of living was improved. Okay. Now here, now in the Neolithic age, agriculture was introduced, and in this age only the stone tools, now it became finer stone tools and sharper in this age. Okay, and also bone and wood tools, these were also improved. Okay. Now in this period only, now farming with various techniques were developed in different parts of the world. Now farming was improved also. Okay, farming, it has in the field of farming, various techniques were there now. They have improved with the various techniques also they have developed, and pottery making was also an important what was another activity in this age, and it has different periods of origin in different parts of the world as well. Now, after it comes main features of the Neolithic age. What were the main features of the Neolithic age? Now, main features of the stone of the Neolithic age. So, first is stone tools. Now, there was a significant improvement in stone tools. Okay, now digging sticks were used to till the soil. To till the soil, digging sticks were used, and what were used, and stone sickles were used for harvesting. For cutting the crops, stone sickles were used in this age, in the Neolithic age. Okay. Now second, in the terms of agriculture, when the hunters and gatherers, they used to roam, when they roam from one place to another, they learned that edible seeds, the seeds which they can eat, they grow by themselves. All they grow by, they germinate by themselves. So this gives them an idea to sow the seeds. Now in settlements, the crops took time to grow, and they were dependent on cultivation for the growing of crops, and for that they had to stay at one place for a longer time for the settlement of crops. And this, just because of this settlements, they for the growing of crops, this made them stay at one place for a longer time, and they they learn about the settlements. They learn to settle for the early settlement. Okay, so help them to their early settlement were built. They started to build early settlements, and here small houses, they did not have what storing facilities. Small houses, they did not have storing facilities, so the community storage were facilities were made. Now, after the settlement of the people started domesticating animals. They started keeping the animals at home, like dogs, goats, sheep, and cattle. Okay, and for that, and bullocks and horses were used for plowing the fields. They used to plow the fields using these animals, bullocks and horses. Now the next comes, after the domestication of animals, invention of wheel. Now we all know that this invention of wheel is the noteworthy invention in the invention in the evolution of mankind. Now, after the potter's wheel, after this, the potter's wheel improved the shape of the pots. Now, it is used for making for storage. Okay, these pots was used for storage and for cooking food also. And the wheels were also used for transportation and to carry the people from one place to another place and the loads from one place to another place. So in this way, this invention of wheel is very important invention. Now the fourth comes the Chalcolithic age. Chalcolithic age means the copper stone age. Now this stone was started from the first half of 4000 BCE to 2000 BCE. Okay, it continued up to 2000 BCE. Now this was called Chalcolithic age because in this age only the first copper tools were appeared. It was seen in this age only, and that is why it is known as copper age. Now stone tools were also used in this age, but not for all the for making all tools, but for making few tools only, and for few activities only the stone tools were used. Mostly people used copper tools. That is why this age is known as copper tools. And after that, copper tools, now this was much better and much useful than the stone tools. That is why this was liked by all the people in this age. Now here the first feature is in this age, advanced form of farming was introduced. Now what kind of was practice? Advanced form of practice means here multiple crops were grown like cereals, oil seeds, okay, sesame and linseed and castor. These were grown. These multiple crops were grown. Earlier in the Neolithic age, very few crops were known by the people, but in the Chalcolithic age, people used to know about more crops and they used to grow them. Okay, so the farming was advanced. It was advanced in this Chalcolithic age, and the domestication was also improved in this age. Now people used to domesticate many animals like dog, sheep, okay, and buffalo, goat, pig, these animals. Now the second comes Chalcolithic pottery has red and black slipwares. Now Chalcolithic pottery has red and black slipwares. These slips were the red slips in the outer surface and black slip on the inner surface. Why these slips were they had these slips red and black? Just to make the pottery and just to make their design unique. For this they started making this red and black slipware. Okay. Then the fragments of such pottery. Now these types of pottery can be found in Lothal and Somnath, which is in Gujarat, and Ahar in Rajasthan. Then the last one comes, the rural settlement gave people enough time to engage in other activities. Now the settlement, they had improved in the settlement of also the way of their living also. So this helped them to give time to the people, enough time to people to engage in other activities, so that they can do other activities as well apart from these. So these after this they discovered iron, and iron began in about 1200 BCE. So in this way these all ages came to an end. After the Chalcolithic period it came to an end, and these all stone ages. So today we have completed this lesson. Okay, so this much for today, and you all have to read the chapter carefully, do the exercises which is given to you in book only, and all the question answers in notebook, very in a good and neat handwriting, and send it on time. Okay, so thank you.